Right, it's been a while, but Thor was on the bench for a bit of a service, so we're going to get in and we're going to do this Clutch Slave. So we're replacing it for an Oberon unit, which are, well, you know I'm a bit of a fanboy, so these are amazing, absolutely fantastically engineered, all made in the UK, designed, manufactured and engineered in the UK. So we're just giving it a bit of a spruce around first, so we're going to get rid of any chain gunk, just because it's better to do that with this all sealed, otherwise it can get into the engine. We don't want to get it in. So we'll give it a good clean first. Right, so we're nice and clean, yep. Surgically prepared.
Ready to go. Read the instructions, and we are, first thing to do is just to crack this bolt, because once we take this off, because the idea is we take this off and leave it connected and fit the new one. But if we do that, we then won't be able to crack this easily.
Yeah, because you've got to hold it in your hand. Yeah. So we use the fact it's attached to the bike.
Yeah, so just using this, so just undo this.
12 mil. There you go. God, you had me worried there, Luigi.
Yeah, well, that's a good job we followed the instructions, because that wasn't great.
Do you want to just nip it up a bit, because it's pissing fluid?
Cut that bit out.
Yeah. Warts and all, mate, on this channel. Warts and all. Right. Yeah, you don't want it leaking, guys, because it's quite corrosive. It will damage paintwork and bits and pieces. So you want to keep it good, get it all cleaned off if it does leak. Not very nice stuff. Now, normally under here, there should be a little booty under there. It'll be interesting to see. That protects the face of the slave from ingress and dirt. But what it tends to do is just tends to fill full of muck. So we'll have a good look. I've never had this off, so this, you are literally seeing this as we see this. Remarkably, it's actually really clean under there. I know it's me was saying, see, whatever I say, ignore basically, guys. Yeah, it's absolutely gunky as hell under there. That is actually really not too bad. There's a little bit on the side. See, this push rod goes all the way through to the pressure plate on the other side. So when the clutch slave activates, it's forcing that rod in, and that's what's pushing, if you don't know how it works, that's what's pushing this plate out against the force on these springs. So it pushes the plate this way, and that's what releases pressure on the clutch plates, which means they can then move freely. That's what your clutch is. That's how it works. The force of those springs closes the pressure plate, forces the clutch plates together onto the friction plates. That's going to grip. Then that allows transmission of the engine power to the engine. That's how it works in a nutshell. I can't push that with my finger because it's obviously quite a lot of force, and that's why you need a hydraulic piston. And that's what's in the end here. If I show you this, inside there, there's basically a hydraulic piston, but these are what go bad, and these are the standard ones. They're not brilliant, they don't last very long, and that's why we're changing it. So we're going to put a much better Oberon one on there. On the earlier bikes, Ducati in their wisdom made this push rod slightly shorter, so to retain compatibility, Oberon supply a little spacer. So what you do is you pop that inside the clutch slave first. You measure this. If it's less than 30 millimeters, you need the little spacer. We've got 40 mils there, so that's fine. So we can just put the clutch slave straight on there. We're just test fitting the slave.
There you go.
I think there's replacement bolts, you know.
Oh, there is.
Yeah, it's used the push ones.
Push new ones.
Yeah, such a cheapskate. Honestly, don't cheap out on the. Like, you're trying to steal me bolts.
Nice new roll rings as well. Like.
Well, they're special. These are special because they're actual hydraulic.
Yeah.
They're hydraulic ones.
So the
proper jobbies.
Gasket with almost like a bit of copper, not copper. But
I can't remember the name of them now, but they're designed specifically to be used and retightened.
Okay. Look at that. Shiny bolts for
Here we go.
a dirty Thor.
It's not that dirty. No, it's a little bit dirty. Well used, should we say.
Abused.
Definitely abused, yeah.
Do not buy this bike.
I'm not selling this one. Nobody's want to buy this one anyway.
There's nothing left.
Well, yeah, but people keep asking. What are you doing, Luigi? What's the plan?
There is a plan.
There's a plan.
The plan is evolving. And there is, if anybody wants a very rare 99S Mark 1.
999S.
999S.
Oh, the banana,
La Banana in yellow.
Well, because how many did they make? They only made I want to say 200.
Somebody posted
260, 230?
Somewhere around 270, 275, something like
right,
that.
Yeah.
Worldwide.
Yeah, so it's quite rare.
999S in yellow.
It's pretty rare.
She's beautiful.
Yeah.
And she handles.
Yeah, but she's not museum. She's not potentially in as good nick as no. Yeah, it's got some honest damage on the bodywork. Yeah, it's been used, it's been loved. It's a bit more like Thor. It's a rider. It's an everyday rider bike.
But it's amazing to ride.
Yeah, no, she is. I mean, that compared to my 999R, you really had to work hard on the 999R to ride it, whereas the 999S just went.
Did you get brake fluid, or were you using this brake?
Yeah, use that and I'll replace yours. That's fine. Yeah. So the plan is to top this up first before you put the hydraulic fitting on. You've not commented on my exciting exact fit cable setup. Look at that. Look at the good job I did on those.
It's dirty.
It's not dirty. It's used.
Can you watch down there?
That's gonna go. That's gonna piss everywhere, mate.
No, if we go slowly.
Gonna get me nice anodizing all knackered. Yeah, don't go any faster than that. That's perfect. Oh no, it's pissing everywhere.
Is it?
Yeah, absolutely everywhere.
Why? Does it not need much then? That's soaked in. But I thought the anodizing on there would be. That's full.
Is it already? It must. Well, it's only going to take a few mil, isn't it? 10 mil, something like that. God, Luigi.
Well, he said fill it up, and you just have a feeling there's going to be way more.
Yeah,
you'd
think it'd be more than that, wouldn't you? Yeah.
What I need to do is structure that up.
Is it filled right to the gulls? Is it?
Yeah. You see it now.
Yeah, you see. So if you want a professional job done,
don't come here. We've got customers backing up. We're doing our own.
To be honest with you, I know. I've got Brian. This is all of Brian's. Sorry, excuse the mess. Mid workshop transfer. Brian's got a new set of tyres. We've got all the bits that we said we were going to get. He's got new chain, new sprockets, a new carrier for his cush drives. It's all here. We just need a free bench. I don't know how much is in the line. It's going to come out of pressure, isn't it?
It should hold them.
Yeah, because it will hold on the back. That's right.
Put that in there, so just be careful. I need that, don't I? Put that there.
Yep. It'd be interesting to take the standard one apart and just see whether it was, worn, damaged inside. I guess that maybe I'll keep it and give it to Oberon. I can have a look inside. So that's the new washer going on. Finger tight plus a bit. What do you go to?
Calibrated elbow.
Calibrated elbow. What in? I was going to say I can't say you can't use that word on YouTube. Something pounds.
In pounds.
Yeah.
Old school.
Old school.
I was calibrated in the 70s. You see.
So this is your little bleeding rig.
Yeah.
Is it an eBay special, this one?
I can't remember where I bought that from.
But it's super handy, isn't it? Because it's got the little magnet, so you can put it everywhere.
It's really cool.
Yeah, and the whole point with this is it just collects the gunk. So rather than going into an open container and having to watch where that goes. You see, I set the tripod up because I assumed you'd need my assistance, but you don't because you've got the little gadget.
That's really cool.
Oh, I can't see. I'm going outside. That fluid is murky.
It's really murky.
Really murky. It wasn't like that.
You don't use the clutch either.
I do use the clutch. It's only got bad like that recently. I don't know, maybe it's because it's just open. It's just gone now, literally gone now.
Bob, you just pump.
So I think this is worthy of note. So this is the way it will be oriented on the bike. I don't know if you can, yeah, you can see that. You see that little hole there? That's the breathe hole. So obviously when the piston goes in and out, it has to relieve pressure, and that's how it does it. On this design, you can see it's really close to where the chain runs, to where basically it sucks muck, and that's what that other video we were talking about, how it actually sucks muck into there. On Oberon's design, they've moved it around to the top side here. It's completely out of the way. It's protected basically where this clean surface is, so it's a much better design. It doesn't suck gunk in. So you know when something has passed muster, when it gets added
to the sticker wall.
To the Luigi sticker wall.
Where do we go?
And I like the build here. We're going for a heavy build, and it's sort of like tailoring off here. I'm feeling that needs pride of position.
Do you not think it needs?
Do you know? Okay. Oh yeah.
Little gap there.
Yeah. Looking good. Do you know what? We need some bigger stickers.
This is. That's rare. If anybody knows who this is,
let me get a close up so they can see.
Special guy. Taught me most of the things I know, if not all.
Was he your? He was your mentor.
My Luigi.
Yeah.
Passed away unfortunately, but last January. But yeah.
There you
Great
go.
Guy.
There you go. So I'm just finishing the editing on the Oberon file, and massive lesson to myself: never give Luigi the camera to film. Brilliant in front of it, amazing with the tools, but the moment I handed in the camera to get the all-important shot of me actually testing the bike, riding it off and bringing it back, yeah, it was just basically a pocket shot the whole way. So forgive the very poor footage of that. But look, the results of the clutch install really, really solid. We'd actually made a small adjustment on the clutch itself, pulled the plate out because we found the stack was too high. So that in conjunction with the new Slave has definitely made a bit of a difference. Anywhere between 10 and 15% less pull, I think, on the clutch lever, so smoother. And my bike's always been really graunchy to launch, so it either wants to pull a wheelie or the clutch will slip and it will just spin up. So the Oberon, it just seems to be a smoother pull away. So but I didn't even have to think about it. I think that's the answer. If you don't have to think about your clutch when you're using it, you know it's right. So that seems spot on, perfect. First time I didn't do any adjustments, really, really easy. And so easy to fit. It took us between 30 and 40 minutes to get it on. And that's for me being a cock and constantly stopping and starting and redoing it so we can film it. Really, really easy to do. So Oberon have given us another kit to give away. So if you want to be in with a chance to win that, go to the description, read the instructions. I'm not quite sure how I can do it at the moment. I need to figure out what the mechanism will be, but we'll give away an Oberon Clutch Slave. And if you can get the bike to us, if you can get the bike to Cranleigh, to the south of England, I'll fit the Slave clutch for you, or I'll get Luigi to do it. Between us, we'll get it on for you. So, I can't, there's no monetary value to that. It's me just doing you a favour. I'll help you do it. I'll put it on for you. It's so easy to do. Honestly, I could do it myself. They are that easy.
Right, we're just going to do a quick test ride on the clutch now. Much quieter.